So what this video is about today is why, if you've been on my YouTube, or you can just go back and see what I've been doing, what I've been talking about, it's really, my transition into this into this whole, I haven't seen it as being isolated, but I've been very isolated this past few months from everyone, from my old self, from my old friends. And that's really what this video is about today, is about why I no longer have friends. Hey guys, I'm out at the park today doing some art and stuff. I never do this outside, but I decided today, let's change some things up. Let's come out here and, the world, stop being so isolated, change some things, change the scenery. I knew I was going to forget something. I knew it, and it's a freaking cloth for the paintbrush. So I am working on, so what I'm doing with this is I'm wanting to move from where I'm located now. And where I want to move is somewhere. Okay, I don't want to say where, I don't want to speak too fast, whatever. But I'm now in this phase of my life where I am allowing God to direct me and guide me where it is that I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to do it. I have my own desires. I have my own wants. I have that. And I don't think that he didn't give me those desires. I don't think that he didn't give me a certain promise or a certain idea of where my life is going to be. But sometimes, especially me, when I hear things and I hear what God is saying that I'm going to be doing, or when he's showing me what's going to happen next, I get so excited. I get so excited about that idea that I be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And it almost never works out the way that it's supposed to. And then I get myself in some junk, and then it's like, oh God, help me, when he's like, baby, I literally never told you to do that, ever. And now you want my help. I'm gonna help you, but now we got to work backwards and then forward, when we could have just moved forward if you would have just been still. So I'm learning to be still, but I know that I'm moving soon. I can feel it. I know that I'm moving. And it gets me excited. So I'm working on, this is actually someone else's work. And what I do, my business is actually customizing pieces, be that art, be that fashion. I'm going more into fashion now, but I do this for a living. So I rhinestone for a living. This is not even close to being done. I glitter in rhinestone. So I re-customize things and paintings and jackets and shirts and vases and lamps, and that's what I do. Creative by choice. That's what she does. Creative by choice. So I mean, if you're on my Instagram, creative by _choice, you see me stepping more into the fashion, but I still rhinestone my body so much. So that's pretty much all of that is. So right now, like I said, I know that I'm moving. So what I'm doing is getting my pieces ready for my new place. The background, I love it. No. So what this video is about today is why, if you've been on my YouTube, or you can just go back and see what I've been doing, what I've been talking about, it's really, my transition into this into this whole, I haven't seen it as being isolated, but I've been very isolated this past few months from everyone, from my old self, from my old friends. And that's really what this video is about today, is about why I no longer have friends. So the main reason I don't have friends is one word: Shanquella Robinson. Okay, now a lot of people have let that name like die and like nobody talks about her anymore, but I won't be one of those people. I'm gonna forever, her name will forever live with me. She will never die, if I have anything to do with it. But Shanquella, look at that, it's so pretty. I'm gonna do another coat though. Shanquella is the epitome of when you're focused and you're on a grind, why everyone can't go with you. Not everyone, you can't always have people around you. You can't always say everyone is your friend, because not everyone is going to be happy for you. Not everyone is going to really want to see you succeed. And sometimes it's not even about the success, it's just about your light, is what they really just don't want. And it's like, what I realize is like, you know, everybody wants to be some kind of a star. Everybody wants to do music. Everybody wants to be, you know, especially with social media now, because everyone can just come up just by doing literally nothing. Like, you know, you see the people that have like no talent, that literally just do all the same trends as everyone else. And just because their laugh is funny, they make it. But then it's like the people with real talent don't really get anywhere. So you have to be careful when you are someone with God-given talent and you're calling everybody your friend, because those people that also want, say for instance, I am a fashion designer and I have friends, we're all fashion designers, but I'm the one that actually starts the business. I'm the one that actually starts to get noticed. I'm the one that actually or music, you know, if I'm in music, and I'm the one that actually starts to get noticed. I'm the one that actually, you know, really starts to make something happen. And we could have started at the same time. You could have started before me, whatever. But because of that, you know, the fact that I am starting to get noticed, you feel some way, because you're like, wait, you know, and you never, you know, you could be, well, not you, but your friends could feel like, wait, how is she getting this and I'm not? Or why would they look at her and not me? Or even if, you know, oh, well, I'm better than her, because you never really know when somebody's really jealous of you. And you never know when someone really wants to stunt your growth. Even if you guys are doing the same thing, they could be at a better level than you. And if they see a light in you, if they see that you have the ability to go way further, or just because they don't think that, just because they would never take you along with them if they made it, they don't think that you would do that. It's like no like way that you would ever, I do everything with my hands too. There's no way that you would ever make it and get on and take these people with you. So they do things to stunt your growth, or they just don't, you know, support you in the way that you would support them. They have secret hate and negative feelings towards you, and you don't even really know it. And that's just the scariest thing, is that you don't know it. Like, especially someone like me. And it's funny because Shanquella has the same birthday as me. And she's much younger than me. You know, she was much younger than me. But since her age, I always had like that entrepreneur mindset. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. But since her age, I have been just as, I've always had this entrepreneur mindset. I've always had it was actually my mom. Yes, it was actually my mom that was the one that's, you know, to blame for it. Because when I was 16, she started a business for me. Well, it was really like she was doing something and I ended up, she was making baskets, and one day I came downstairs and I rearranged her basket, and she realized like, oh my gosh, girl, you have like a talent. Like, you're really good with your eyes and your hands and stuff like that. So we just kind of went into business a little bit together. And so since then, I just always had this mindset to be an entrepreneur. And so going back to Shanquilla and the reason that I don't, have friends. Well, let's start with Shanquilla. Going back to Shanquilla, I'm pretty sure she had no idea that her friends were hating on her or, plotting on her. And who really knows, like, what really happened? They said it was so many different reasons. Like, she did this and she did that. But even with those reasons, is that a reason to kill somebody? It's like, you really got to think about the hate that somebody really has to have for you. And I don't know that it was because she's an entrepreneur. I don't know that it was because she was, moving forward in her life and in her career. But it really makes me think that that was really the case. Because in my experience, I realized, like, I've had friends, so I do music also. And I've had friends that do music or that are in the industry or as bartenders. I've done a lot of, artsy stuff. I mean, I don't know if people consider bartending like artsy, but I mean, I do. Because you're creating, it's all creative. And I've had a lot of people that have put themselves in my space, and because they know that, I have this heart to give. I have a heart to not only lead, and not only give, but to support and to help, you know what I mean? And so a lot of people will come around me to get that and to use me for my support, or what they call a light or whatever that I didn't even realize I had. That's a whole nother topic. But they'll come to me, and be around me and surround themselves around me. But when it comes down to it being reversed and me wanting that same support and help, I never, ever, ever, ever got it. I would never get it. And I realized, because of like my trauma, it was the people that I was surrounding myself around. I mean, obviously showed signs of not being, the stay around type of people. I surround myself around people that I knew, innately that they weren't the people that I needed to be around, but they were easy to be around at some point until it came time for me to step up and shine. But that was the thing, that I always played small. And that's why I had friends, because I always played so small, and I was always the one to come around when you needed me. And even though I knew I could do the same thing, even though I knew I could possibly do it better, or if we teamed up, we could really take this thing somewhere amazing, I wouldn't ever do it, because a part of me knew that if I did step up, I wouldn't have those friends. And that's the sad part about it. Oh no. But I didn't find that out until I did it. When I started to step back and say, you know what? Like, no, I'm going to do this too. Like, I'm good at this too. I may not be the best right now, but I have something, even be it music, being it, just being an entrepreneur, being it starting a business, being it doing this art, being it, just whatever it is, I know that I have something also, and I can't keep playing small just to say, oh, these people are my friends. And as soon as I did that, those people were no longer my friends. And I saw it as them being just freaking just mean and evil, but it may have been a part of that, but I think that because I am someone that is working on my spirituality, and at the time when I did decide, I'm going to do this, even to the point where I left my job because of the fact that I had to play small, but that's a whole nother video. That's actually probably going to be my next video. But I left my job because I was just tired of playing small. And in the same year, which is 2022, like I said, 2021, the end of 2021, if you go back to my other videos of why I, stopped dating, was when I really went into my healing and really went into like this whole spirituality thing. And so much came from it just in that little bit of time. But 2022 was the time where I was really deciding, you know what? I'm going to do it for me. I'm no longer going to let people trample over me. I'm no longer going to let people, take advantage of me or, just if I know that I can do it, I'm no longer going to let them tell me I can't or use my talent to do it when it's my talent. Be that so, even if it was like starting a project and just the fact that how organized I can be and how, that go-getter, make things happen spirit that I have, I was doing it for them. So I decided, no, 2022, I'm going to do that for me. I'm going to take this same go-getter mentality, the same spirit, the same entrepreneur mindset. I'm going to do that for me. And when I tell you, even a guy that I dated, like I said that I dated someone after the initial guy that was the reason that I was like, you know what, I'm done dating. I dated someone else like early 2022. Even that guy was jealous. And I started, because I started asking God, show me who these people are. And I think that's also why they all just went and turned on me the way they did, because I asked God to show me, who are these people really? Before I really get into these situations and before I really get my feelings and heart broken. Because some of these people, one or two in particular, I was really calling a best friend. I was really calling this person like you're my best friend. You're I would do whatever it is for you. I will support you because that's what I've been doing, is supporting you. So why would I change now? But when it came down to, even this person, if I did something with them, promoting their stuff, they wouldn't even tag my page. They wouldn't even tag my Instagram. They wouldn't even say my name in the post. If I did music with them, I specifically asked one person, I had to ask them, are you going to put my name, feature me because I'm on this song? And the person was like, for what? And that hurt me so bad. I don't know if they'll ever see this, but they're going to know exactly who they are, but I could care less. But I won't say any names, but you know exactly who you are. That hurt me so bad because for nothing, I would do anything for this person. And they, oh my God, I have glitter all on my coat. I would have done anything for this person, travel to them, to help them with their projects and take off from my job to make sure they had what they needed, to the point where one time I got to an event late and this person was mad at me because I got there late. But where you been this whole time on my journey? Now I don't know, what this person is trying to do. I don't know if they're trying to redeem themselves or if it's some ulterior motive, but I'm kind of just not interested. But I'm saying all that to say, certain people, I think really all people, when you really start to, if you're not the type to stand in your light, to really stand in your truth, and if you're, okay, wait, let me say this, because you can be the one to stand in your light and stand in your truth. And the people that you surround yourself with can just be a bunch of users. It's almost like you have to let God send you people or align you with the people that you're supposed to be with, because if not, you come around users, taker advantagers, I don't even know if that's a thing, freaking just the wrong type of people with demonic spirits, people with just not the best of intentions, not the same intentions that you would have for them. They literally will be just not what you would be for them. So I really genuinely think that it was God that took those people out of my life, especially because, like I said, I asked him to show me who they were. But I think that it was him showing me exactly and it's time for you to actually go to your own bubble, into your own space, and really heal yourself, really, and I think he really wanted me to find a friend in him. and not so much in all these other people, because he's not going to leave you. He's not going to lead you astray. He's not going to lead you to damnation. He's not going to lead you to anything that's not going to serve you, as long as you let him, you allow him to use you and you use him, and don't make the moves or the decisions before you actually consult him about the situation. But yeah, I think he just wanted me to really just be alone and really just find, like I said, find that friendship in him, find, just peace in knowing that I don't need really anyone because right now, because I'm finding out, how these people really are using me or have used me or just really could care less about me for real and about my growth for real, it made me a little bitter. And I can't want to move on to new friendships if I'm that bitter, because now I'm moving on thinking that everybody's the same way. Even in the relationships, like I need to heal, because I don't want to go to the next person thinking that this person is the same way as this person, because then I'll treat them like that, and then I'll just be repeating cycles. And I have a song literally that will be dropping some point, I don't know when, but I say that how it starts is how it finishes. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say the song. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, so that's just really it. I just didn't want to. Look how cute that is. I don't want this glitter to get all on me, but it probably is. I don't know if I should do this pink, but my whole thing is like iridescent rhinestones with like the pop of pink. Like I love that with my whole freaking heart. But yeah, so that's really why I no longer have friends, and I'm really just by myself. And I know some people see this like, oh, I'm your friend. No, you're not. But what I realize is that a lot of my genuine support comes from absolute strangers. And it was devastating to realize that later last year. So I think it's getting like a little too windy. My outfit is like basic today. I just have on some Sperry's and my Creative by Choice gear. But yeah, and it was just really devastating to really see and realize like, dang, these people really don't do it for me, so I gotta do it for me. And I have to really trust in myself that those same ways that I can make it pop for them, I can make it pop for me. Because I know I have a dream and a vision that I know God gave me. So I can no longer keep selling myself short and giving myself to these people that could care less about how they use me, or to care less about, my projects or what I have going on. Like, could care less. It would be to the point where I would just literally show up for somebody else and be like, oh, can you show up for me? And you could see the irritation that they would have. Like, no, like, I got stuff to do. Like, seriously, like, oh, and then we'll say things like, oh, when people need support, you always gotta do something for somebody else. Yeah, especially when we're in like the same industry. Like, all you gotta do is freaking tag me. That's it. If you're using my voice, tag me. Like, what do you mean? But yeah, and I just it was a tough thing to realize, but that's what it was. So, in loving memory to Shanquilla Robinson. I really, really, really pray for her family. I really wish that didn't have to happen, but that is really why I had to not, really be okay with being isolated, with God isolating me and really not having any friends. And it sucked. Well, it did suck until I realized, like, I don't have nobody talking about me. They probably are talking about me, but I don't care. I don't have to worry about nothing crazy. I don't gotta answer the phone. I don't gotta do none of that. I know who you are now, and that's all that matters. That's literally all that matters. So, screw you and your mama. I'm just playing, Lord. I'm just playing. But for real though, screw you and your mama. But yeah, that's really like it. Like, that's really the reason. Please, if you don't mind, like this channel. Only because even if, like this video, share the video. Even if it's not really resonating to you, it could to someone else. Even if it doesn't resonate, like, let's have the conversation. I always say that. I'm a very, very, very small channel, but I definitely know that with time, especially because I feel like this is my purpose, I know that with time it will grow, and I would just appreciate you guys if you just would share just a little bit, or just like it, if you come across it. And that, oh no, I don't need you on the glitter, baby. That would be amazing to me. So until next time, guys, hello.